What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rant, Now, before I get started, not that it matters, but you always got somebody that want to ask a question. In case y'all wondering why I'm sitting here with the Charlie Brown goggles on, it's because I was barbecuing over at the grill, and the goddamn, steam and all, whatever. Yeah, whatever, heat, whatever, it makes my eyes water, it burns. That's what. Okay. Anyway, so Edwin De Los Santos. Okay, him and Shakur Stevenson, they're having their WWE moments right now. So basically, Edwin pulls up downtown Newark. He gets out and just so happens to have someone with a camera recording him, and he says, "Hey, I'm down in your hood. Come outside. Do something about it, whatever." Something to that effect. Well, Shakur Stevenson responds, telling him, make sure you stay downtown. You should be okay down there, talking crazy. And he tells him, something like, "I am the heat, or I am the trouble," or whatever it was, something to that effect. And, Shakur tells him, "Be patient. Your day is coming too." This is just weird to me that people are jumping out. It's not weird to me that they're doing it. It's just weird to me that people don't understand that, the casuals are now having a bigger influence on even these fighters in the business because of the things that their expectations are based on. And it's not even so much the fight itself anymore. It's all these antics. Like, dude steps out the damn car with the belt on his shoulder. You know how you see on wrestling shows? Champ gets out the car, the limo pulls up to get out, got the belt on his shoulder, he's looking around, and it's like, I told you guys it was coming to this circus stuff, man. All right, whatever. I don't see what's entertaining about this. I don't see how this is entertaining. I don't see how people really get into this stuff, but whatever. If this is a fight that's going to happen, make it happen. Because right now, it's like, Shakur's having his issues with the Haneys. He basically has videos where he's saying all the fighters he beat from the past and present, and all this kind of stuff is going on. It's not just with Shakur, it's just in boxing in general. It's just a whole lot of talk. If I'm not interested in fighting the guy, you want to know what I'd say? Listen, this is a fight that doesn't interest me. This guy is basically saying what he's saying. Find someone else that finds interest in you. I don't see like you even being on my level. You're an insult to me. So I'm not going to entertain going back and forth with you. If I feel different, then we'll fight later when I'm ready. When I feel like fighting you. Because right now it's nothing about you that I feel like this is even a fight that I want to be a part of. Something to that effect. Why? Because if that's how I really feel, then I'll say it. As opposed to, let's go back and forth, but I'm not going to do anything to make this fight happen. Even if I'm trying to fry bigger fish, but who? Who is it that you want to fight? It's so difficult to get these fighters in the ring, for the most part. So when we do get good fights, like, okay, cool, take that fight, enjoy that. Take it by fight basis. But this kind of stuff, man, I feel like if we pay less attention to it, see, it's a bittersweet thing because it gives content creators something to talk about. But at the same time, I'd rather do things, they still give us things to talk about. And it's much more satisfying to know that if a fight's going to happen, that it's going to actually happen. It's not just a bunch of talk. We've had so many, we can look at how many fighters has passed, past 6-7 years. Talk. I'll do this, I'll do that. You're a bum. I'll do this to you. I'll do that. You don't want no smoke, blah, blah, blah. And then some of them, by the time the fight happens, there's no more steam on it. I mean, listen, everybody out here has heard months ago Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, set for December. And I always say, and there's nothing set till we get a date and venue and all of that. Till we have that, nothing set. They could be targeting a December date. But as you know, right now, Deontay Wilder is responding to Andy Ruiz. they're going back and forth, and he's talking about sign the papers. If he was fighting Anthony Joshua, you know what he'd say? You know that I'm locked in to fight AJ. But after I knock out AJ, I'm coming for you. Make sure you sign these papers, right? That's not what he said. He said if it's not a money issue, then sign the papers. So there's no way that there's a lock-in with AJ and Deontay Wilder. You know, so like I said, even if that's the fight that's supposed to be happening, man, I just think too, man, that boxing has like, they have people, let's just stir up something. Let's just say something, get the people to talking. AJ versus Wilder, this is a fight that should have happened a long time ago. You know, if anything, they should be having a rematch if necessary, if the fight would be good enough to warrant one. But aside from that, this is a fight that if it does happen, you know, and either one of them could avoid losing to someone else, and it does happen, it'll be a fight that, okay, well, they finally got in. Look, man, you guys can say what you want to say, but at this point, it's like, this is a fight that if it was announced and we had a date and venue and it's official, okay, the interest, I think, will be there just because it's these two, and it's like, okay, better late than never type situation. In terms of the fight itself, it's not looked at the same. There's far too many, the negativity is just crazy. And for the people that like, this is how you know when people are just biased. If you think AJ's trash, you would not care to see this fight. You would not care, other than just the fact that if you think Wilder's going to destroy him or something, and you just want to, you know, prove that. Before AJ lost, everybody was talking about, oh, it don't matter if they fight or not because Wilder will beat him. And I'm like, so why wouldn't you want to see him do it? Yeah, because I know there was fear there that people knew, man, if he beat AJ, it ain't going to be easy. And, you know, shit, AJ got a better chance of knocking him out than the other way around when AJ was on his shit, on his A game. Now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, Wilder said he'll knock him out in 4 rounds. Wilder said, well, I don't care what Wilder said. I don't care what AJ said. Whole point is this, right? If this fight is gonna happen, it needs to happen. Otherwise, they may both find themselves in a situation where they both wind up getting beat by somebody else, and then they finally fight because, well, hell, this is the only fight we can find that may stir up some interest still because we never fought, but we're from the same era. Otherwise, man, you know, it's like, you guys are talking about AJ's not this and that, yet this the fight y'all want to see. So we know that that's BS. What I'm saying in terms of legacy and the fact that there's no reason that this fight shouldn't have happened already. No legit reason. We know the bullshit excuses as to why it didn't happen, but there's no actual legit reason that this fight shouldn't have already happened. That being said, you know, yeah, boxing is, you know, it's in that place right now, man. Like I said, you know, all things going on and all these rumors and just things that just doesn't add up. What is it going to take to get people in the ring and actually want to do what they get paid to do? And that's fight. No one said the life of a fighter was easy. But this whole, you know, let's stand in front of the camera showing our diamonds in our teeth and, you know, showing our Bentleys and Bugattis and all that. Yeah, I don't care about all of that. I mean, that's you know, you reap the benefits. Okay, cool, you got all that luxury shit. I don't care about that shit. That's for them to care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear these trainers and people, yeah, we get money over here. We okay, cool, yeah. I don't. That's for y'all to care about. My concern, not even concern, my interest is just seeing a good fight. So that other part, that's for them. You know, I don't glorify about somebody's money or their riches, and I don't care about none of that shit. That's not, you know, like I said, they should be well compensated for what they do, but at the same time, it's like, you know, every fighter, and I'm going to say it again, man, every fighter that you see, when they're hungry, that's when you're going to see that fire, that vigor. They're always in the ring, right? When they get to the point where, okay, I'm champion now, my stock has went up, I'm making way more money, that's when things slow down and they all follow the same business model. When they were calling people out, saying that, you know, I want to fight, these guys don't want to fight me, they get to a point where they become complacent, And it's not just being complacent. It's the point of, I don't want to lose money. I don't want to have that fight that I could possibly lose. They can sit up and talk all the shit they want, how confident they are, they can beat everybody. But when they're not jumping in there to fight, it's like, well, what are you waiting for? So, Edwin versus Shakur. I mean, look, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. All I'm saying is the fact of this, right? For one, jumping out the car talking about I'm in your hood, please come outside. Like, okay, so what's going to happen when he come outside? I mean, like, this is what I mean about these stories. You know how they have on professional wrestling when these guys are fighting in the parking lots and outside. So what was y'all gonna go fight outside? Like, I mean, what was Shakur supposed to do? Like, what were you like? Okay, so what? You was in Newark, New Jersey. Just saying. Right, downtown in the shopping section where the police are. Let's just say it like it is. You wasn't on 18th Ave. You wasn't over there by Weekway. You wasn't over there on 15th Street. You understand what I'm saying? You wasn't over there on Avon. You wasn't out there in the hood and you shouldn't have been. So this is the point. Like, unless you know people out there, why would you go out there, right? You know what's on those streets. So just what I'm saying, unless you out there visiting family or friends or whatever, why would you be on them? Why? For what reason, right? So the whole point of what I'm saying, all that nonsense is like storyline bullshit. I'm in your hood and you ain't do nothing. Like, bro, that's just so childish and so petty. This is what I'm saying. So now this is how fighters interact with each other on Twitter and on shooting little bullshit, little Snapchat, TikTok, little quick Instagram, whatever videos to prove what? Okay, you was in my hood, and no, you was downtown Newark, New Jersey, with the Prudential Center and all the shopping areas, the tourists. When they hop off the train and go to where they going, leave, get back on the train and go, that's where you were. Now, I'm saying that because that's the truth. And the reality is, when you do shit like that, and this is the build-up to a fight happening, I don't know. This is just some new wave shit. Because for me, like I said, if I don't like a person, I don't like them. And they'll know because I'll tell them I don't like them. All of this and that, then, if the fight takes place, to hug and then salute each other, it's like, y'all needed to do all that bullshit just to come to this conclusion. You don't have to hate each other to fight. But stop trying to make it look like it's some street shit when it's not. When all it is, I mean, what is it? What is it? Because at the end of the day, I don't know how much interest people have in this fight. I don't know if Shakur is really interested in this fight. But regardless of, all of the bullshit talk, my whole thing is, this has just become a commercialized, dramatized, soap opera type nonsense. These tactics they just don't. Boxing fans don't care about that. Casuals do. Like, we all know that professional wrestling, well, you would think that we all know that it's a work. It's a show. It's not real fighting. But guess what? If you listen to people comments about wrestling shows, they really think this shit's real. They really get fiery mad. They use words like, I hate this person. I hate that person. Oh, I hate this guy for the way he runs his company. I hate this guy for not giving such and such more screen time. And it's like, you don't know these people, but you're using the word hate. You know how childish and ignorant you have to be? For you to say you hate someone and you don't even know them. I remember somebody in the comment section when they made a comment to me, and they were saying, I understand why you hate such and such. And I said, nah, I don't hate that guy. I don't know him. I just don't like the antics and shit that he does. And I'm not going to speak about it and sugarcoat it and try to say things in a nice way for people to like me. Because, if you say something about him, they're going to get upset. I don't give a shit about that. I'm not talking about your wife. I'm not talking about your kid. I'm not talking about your brother, your sister. And even if I was, so what? Okay? Don't get mad at me for them doing asshole type shit in front of a camera. You understand what I mean? So it's not even about that. It's the point. We say things, we speak on things, like when a person says something and completely lies. Yet the fan base, that they have lie for them. They back them up even though they're not being honest. But then they turn around and try to point fingers at other people and try to make what they're saying not true because they don't want it to be true. Right? With no proof. But for a fact that the person that you support is lying because they said one thing, then they denied it, then the receipts came back. But then they just, well, he's not the only one. It's just like when someone fails a PD, you know, they fail their drug test, and they tell, oh, that person was on PEDS and this and this. And if it's the fighter that you like, what's the first thing they say? All of those fighters take it. And you know that all fighters take it based on what? Because there's a fighter. So you're a fighter, that means automatically you take it, right? You taking something illegal. You don't know that. You don't know that. And guess what? To say that all fighters take it, that's just like saying all black people that stand on the corner is drug dealers. If you see somebody standing, now that person could be waiting for a bus. Yeah, that person could be waiting to get on the bus to go to work. That person could be waiting for their Uber to pick them up to go wherever, right? You know? If you live in the ghetto, you're automatically on welfare. Huh? All white people love cold weather. All white people, you know, that are considered blue collar or live in trailer parks. You understand what I'm saying? No. So when you start saying shit like that, all people this, or you're stereotyping people because you want to believe that because somebody that you like as a fighter basically got caught. Shit like that. So, you know, this situation is just like, you know, it's nothing. This dude Edwin has been calling out Shakur for the longest time. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a fight you're interested in, man, just take the goddamn fight. Get it done, move on. Otherwise, man, you know, all this talking about who you want to fight, who's scared of you, who's ducking you. Okay, well, if these fighters are ducking you and you don't respond to this guy with, hey, let's make it happen, and then y'all make it happen, then okay, people can say the same thing. So, you know, like I said, they go through all this just to finally fight, and then all of a sudden he's a great fighter, this and that, hug and shake hands, and so you just said all that just to what? So it's what I'm talking about, man. Like all this making it seem like it's some street shit. Like, okay, so if Shakur would have been there, y'all was gonna fight outside and wind up getting locked up. Was that gonna happen? So what's the purpose of all that? This is some circus shit. But again, we're in the era of the casual, and the Aries will never become a casual. So, you know, when I see stuff like this, it's just like, all right, cool. So, you know what? We talking about it. Maybe one day, little by little, the right people will see the logic in what you say and understand, like, yeah, for real. Because that's my question. So if you would have saw Shakur, what was supposed to happen? So to say, I'm in your hood, please come outside and do something about it. And then say, I was in your hood, you ain't do nothing about it. Like, come on, bro. You know how many cops are down there? They on horses and everything down Newark. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Like, stop. So on this situation, you know, Shakur responded. And I can't fault Shakur for responding, whatever. Could he have ignored him? Yeah. I don't feel like he did nothing wrong by responding, but it's just like, if you're not interested, let this dude know. Let him know that he's not on your level, whatever. I just don't understand how these guys are champions, they hold belts, and then they don't want to fight. They're selective with who they fight, yet they say anybody can get it. That's where it's just like you guys say one thing and then, you know, something else goes down. I mean, I'm not crazy about the fight personally, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm not saying it's a fight I won't check out later. It's not something I would order for sure. You know, but that's what I'm saying. If Shakur if you're not interested, let this dude know, man. You light work. I'm gonna get to you after yeah, man. I mean, just saying, because this shit is just made it's just like boxing is just. I watch boxing at times, man, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened, bro? Like, what happened to boxing? You know how many times I ask myself that? What happened to pure, authentic boxing? Why is all this like when Larry Holmes ran across that car and drop kicked dude in the chest? He didn't do that. He was really pissed off. That wasn't no stunt. He really jumped off that car and drop kicked this motherfucker with them big ass cowboy boots. Was it necessary? No. But them motherfuckers really don't like each other. That's the point of what I'm saying. They really don't like each other. This is just like I said, just some scripted shit, man. Like, if I say something, just go with it. And I told you, man, these motherfuckers be on the phone talking to each other, laughing, talking, joking, and then it's like, yo, they buying it, though. They feeding into it. They go with this shit, man. I don't know, man. Maybe one day wrestlers gonna start coming to the. I mean, boxers gonna start coming to the ring with face paint on, shaking the ropes with tassels tied around their arms and all this shit. Cause I'm really. I'll be honest with you. I'm really not interested in this fight, and not that it might turn out to be a good fight. Might be a great fight. Who knows? But I'm just not interested in it. And the build up to it is just childish. It's childish, man. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section. What y'all think? Edwin De Los Santos, whatever, versus Shakur Stevenson. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.